Level up, 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 level up.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my eyebrows first, as always, using my Anastasia Beverly Hills dark brown brow powder. And I'm just using that to fill in my eyebrows to the desired shape. And I like to start off with the brow powder to give myself a good guide, and then I'll go over with the Anastasia by Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade just to make them really thick like I like them. So that's really up to your preference. And as always, I'm trying to cover up these microbladed eyebrows that I got. And this is probably gonna be the last or one of the last videos that I'm actually doing my eyebrows in them. I feel like I do them the same every time. Like, you guys kind of got the gist of it thus far. So now I'm just putting some primer on my face, some Stay Matte primer, and I'm using the Tarte Tape Shape concealer just to outline the bottom half of my eyebrows, just to make them look really sharp and crispy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
So now I'm trying a new foundation for the top part of my eyebrows. It's some Almay foundation, and I thought it was darker. It looked darker in the tube. It's just about the same shade as the Tape Shape, so I go in with this Infallible foundation, and it's like a few shades darker, but I feel like that blended with the Almay gave me the perfect shade. Like, that was something that, like, I didn't have to do anything to it really. It was just so perfect. So now I'm just blending out my eyebrows so they don't have that harsh line right in the front. Just getting a quick snack. I'm going to take the tape so that my corners of my eyes can be really sharp. I've actually never done this before, so it looks pretty fun though. I'm taking my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm starting off with this purple color. I'll leave everything in the description that I used. For real this time. I know I've said that before and didn't really do it, but I'm just blending that color out because that's going to be the color that's going to be right at the top of my crease for this cut crease. And I'm blending it out with this other like neutral tone into my brow bone, and that is on the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I believe that color is like butter or something, but like I said, I'll leave all the descriptions below. I'm using that Tarte Tape Shape concealer just to cut my crease.
Yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone, I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news. I done did that before.
I'm going back in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and just taking a pale tone as a base on the top of the concealer for my cut crease. This probably isn't necessary, but I wanted to make sure it was even. And now I'm taking this brown shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette and just really defining that crease in the corners so that when it blends out, it looks really good. It's a lot of definition and a lot of different tones. Now I'm taking the same purple that I used on my eyelid and blending out that brown into the center of my cut crease. Taking this blue and silver glitter from BH Cosmetics and mixing them together and applying that to the front half of my cut crease using the NYX Cosmetics glue. I'm sorry, glitter primer. So once I have glitter all over my eyelids and everything is like I like, I am taking this liquid liner by Black Radiance, and I am just doing my doing my cat eye. And I usually never do it this sloppy, but I felt so safe with that tape right there. Like I could just go crazy. So I went on ahead, I took the tape off, and now I'm applying the Tarte Cosmetics concealer to the highest points of my face, to where I want to highlight. And I'm just going to blend all of that out with the foundation brush, just because the foundation brush has some of the foundation still on it. It just helps it to blend for me. And as you can see, I'm using some of the excess concealer for my jawline. I'm not using any extra there because sometimes it can get to be a little much. Like this concealer, it moves really well. It's no need to add a lot. And I'm using this Fenty foundation stick in the color Truffle and blending that out with this MAC oval brush, I believe they call them. And so I'm just using that to blend the contour, blend out the cream contour into my concealer. And so then I'm just going in with a quick spray with my Mario Badescu setting spray, spraying my face as well as my beauty blender. And I'm dipping my beauty blender in my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So that way it'll really stick, it'll really set. When it's just a little bit, the beauty blender is a little bit moist, it really works really well. So I chose to do it that way. And I'm just setting all the places that I put concealer. So just a few minutes later, I'm going on ahead and I am brushing that off with this small like speckle brush or something. I don't really know what it's called, but it's effective. And I'm just using this this small contour brush and using this NYX contour palette to contour my face. And now I'm taking this MAC brown blush, and this is just blending it into the setting powder better and toning down the brightness in my face, making everything really bronze. So now I'm just going to take that same purple color and use it as an under eye shadow. So that was like way too much on that brush, and it got all over the bottom of my eyes. But I was able to use the same brush that I wiped off my setting powder with to correct that error. And now I'm taking the Fenty Beauty highlighter and highlighting my cheekbones, the little bow thing on my lip, my chin, down my nose, and right at my brow bone. I'm adding some MAC lipstick, and crazy story, but I ended up losing my purse along with my favorite MAC lip liner in the color Chestnut. So that is gone, so I had to get really creative. So I used my NYX contour palette and took the darkest shade and actually used it as a lip liner. I had to do what I had to do. But you know what, I really loved how it looked, and it really made my lips look really matte. I think the dryness of the powder with the lipstick, it made them look matte but not really dry, and it blended really well. So that's a nice tip or alternative if ever you don't have a lip liner in the color that you want. You can always use an eyeshadow. So this is her. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Thanks for all the support.
all in your tummy.